Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Dino Squad Gamer. Thanks for tuning in, and today we're going to be talking about the category of dinos, the tiny terrors, the small dinos. Now, the thing you need to know about Dino Squad is currently there are 3 different genres of dinos out there. There are small dinos, medium dinos, and giant dinos. Now, the small dino family has 3 options. There is the Planck, the Reaver, and the Wasp. And I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay of all 3 and talk about what you should be doing with these small dinos. So let's get started right away. So the Planck, named after a scientist actually who used to study electricity, very, very aptly, because the weapon it has is an electrical weapon. The first thing you want to do when you jump into your small dino is you want to get out there and capture as many towers as possible. Now, I should say, Pixonic's going to be bringing out a new Dino Squad mode that will not be involving towers. We're going to find out more about that in the coming weeks. But until they do, your job is to do stuff like this. Use cover, play smart. Try not to fight the medium or large dinos unless you absolutely have to. Like right now, I was starting to lose my health like crazy, so I dipped into this little tunnel. That's why the tunnel's on the map, for those reasons exactly. And I'm going to be a little sneakity-doo here, and I'm going to run over, and I'm going to destroy the enemy's towers. I'm going to try to cap my own towers, and I am in hot trouble now. Holy cow. Did you see that? Suddenly 4 enemy dinos spawned in on that tower. Now, just a step back for all you new players, towers are crucial to winning the game. Why? Because not only do they, there's a tower bar on the top you see there, and the more you control the towers, you can actually win just by holding the majority of towers the longest time, number 1. Number 2, if you stand beside them, you can restore your health. There's all kinds of modules that are connected to controlling towers as well. But as well, there are spawn points. There are places where you can spawn in on the game. You can see the map up on the right-hand side there. And so if you're in a little tiny dino like this, you got to be really, really careful. Because you see, I'm taking on these giant dinos there with my little Planck, and it's working out okay. I died really fast the first time around. I'm doing a little bit better now, and I'm using my special ability to, that little chomp ability, that bite ability can actually damage the enemy, but it also gives you a sort of a speed boost. And so one of the things you need to think about when you're playing these tiny dinos is, generally, if you're going to go up head-to-head against one of these giant dinos, you're going to lose. You know, I could sugarcoat it for you. I could pretend, Dino Squad Gamer is a nice guy. I'm a nice guy, man. I could tell you all kinds of little stories. But what's going to happen is what you just saw on the screen right there. You're not going to win if you just go try to brawl with these things. Now, let's just take a little step back here. Before we get into the other dinos, I'm going to show you 2 more dinos. I just want to show you what happened here. I got first place, but look at this. I got the top tower capturer. I captured 6 towers with this tiny little dino. And again, I can't stress enough. If you are going to play the tiny dinos and you get one in your hangar to choose from, don't try to brawl in it unless you've got it super tricked out with modules and abilities. Use it to cap the towers. That's what it's designed for. That's what it's best at. So let's jump back in here now. This is the second option for the small dinos. It's called the Reaver, and it has a shotgun, not an electrical weapon like the Planck. It has a shotgun. This is the medium shotguns on it. You can tell because I have 2 shotguns. It comes straight out of the box with 1 shotgun. And again, this is a dino that is best used to be just a little sneaky disruptor on the battlefield. You can take on the big boys, you can give them a little slap and try to curb stomp them. Chances are you're the one who's going to get stomped. So again, you want to kind of get in there, get that tower. This is dome map, by the way, aptly named because of the giant dome. And I'm going to kind of sneakity-doo. Look at this. I'm just going to sneak around, use terrain, come around the back here. And I got to keep my eyes peeled because, look, there's a sniper and he sees me. He knows I'm here. And I gotta, if I can just get over around, he knows me, there's one more of these little panels to destroy on the tower to capture it, and that little bugger alias, he beat me. And look what he's doing. These towers, a lot of times you'll see the snipers, and what they'll do is they'll just set up camp near their own towers. They'll just get the marshmallows out, they put out a nice little blanket, maybe put some soft music on, rub some lotion, some sunscreen on and they just start camping. That's all they do. So that guy killed me. So I'm going to dip back in here. This is the exact same game a little bit later on. And look at the map. You can see we're up 4, that map up in the right-hand corner, we're up 4 towers to 1. So we're doing quite well, even though the game is very, very close. You can see the score. It's like 62,000 to 60,000. So it's still anybody's game. And, you know, I got killed there really fast. Why? Because I tried to take on a giant dino. So again, you know, here we go. I came second. How did I do? I did okay. You know, got 9 kills, got 17 assists. It was fine. But again, you know, you're quickly realizing that when you use these small dinos, when you try to go up against the medium and the super heavy dinos. Now, I'm jumping into my Wasp, by the way, which is the 3rd small dino. The one thing you got to understand about this game is that Pixonic designed it in a certain way, and it wants you to play that certain way. They created the tiny dinos to be super fast, to be little tiny pests like you're seeing here, and to get those towers. That's what they're built for. Okay? That's what they're built for. The medium ones, they're kind of jack of all trades. You know, they can kind of cap towers. They can kind of, if you're lucky, you might be able to withstand the stomp of a giant dino. And the giant dino family are just meant to lumber around and stomp the living crap out of you. That's what they're made for. And so I guess my advice to everybody here is play them like they're meant to be played. And in terms of a review of which one do I prefer so far. So we're looking at the Reaver, we're looking at the Wasp, and we're looking at Planck. So far, I actually like Planck the best of all the 3. Now you're seeing I'm having a little bit of luck here with my Wasp. My shotgun Reaver didn't work out so good for me, I didn't think. You can use your bite ability, obviously what I'm doing there to chomp, but really what I'm liking about Planck is that it's very easy to aim, it does sustained damage, and it just seems to withstand damage better. Now all these dinos are roughly around the same level, around level 8. You can go all the way up to level 30, so they're nowhere near the super top end of the spectrum. But I think if I had to spend some money, I would spend it on Planck first, Wasp second, and Reaver third, if that's helpful. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a line in the comments. Let me know what your favorite tiny dino is. And, you know, maybe drop a line also about what kind of modules, abilities you have on your small dinos to really make them effective. Until next time, hit that subscribe, that like, that share, and I'll see you on the battlefield.